coming to you guys live. For those that don't know who I am, I'm the Honorable Jones, not a Bantu or a Jew, but an El Kebulan kidnap that's ready for the get back. And welcome back to the Redeem or Destroy podcast, where we stand on facts over beliefs, assumptions, insertions, diversions, and anything that's just not working, right? Ah, man, I wanted to, I was trying to figure out what to come on and talk to you guys about. I know a lot of you guys are just now getting off y'all breaks and y'all headed into the office. I wanted to come on at 12, but I had to go see my mom, man. And I was compelled to talk about this right here because yesterday I went to a funeral. I went to my man's funeral who had to bury his mom's, and you know, it made me sit back and reflect because as we get older, we know that we're one step closer into closing that chapter of our mothers, right? Mothers, fathers, whoever. But it's very different for the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Especially for us young men. You know, because my man said something yesterday while he was giving his speech for his moms, and he said that when we develop our ears, the very first voice we heard was our moms. When we came out the womb, the very first understanding of love was from our moms. When we when we needed to learn, the very first teacher was our moms. And I sat back, and of course, you process everything, especially for somebody like myself who's very aware and knowledgeable, who's aware of these things, who knows these things. But at the spare of the moment, it was really a reminder. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, yo, we really gotta cherish these moments. You know what I'm saying? And it made me reflect, like, yo, he's right. My mom's, was everything. And even to this day, to this very day, right now as we speak, she's still everything. And I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys, like, oh man, it's gotta start loving your moms, bro. Gotta love your moms, gotta love your pop, but your moms is only one moms. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be just that one moms, especially the moms that loves you unconditionally, bro. Once she's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So while she's here, please, I beg every single one of you guys to cherish those moments. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're giving her 15 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, be in that presence with her, man. Because our moms is our everything, bro. Our moms was our teachers, our comfort. Her moms was our protectors. Her moms was everything. My mom's, like as I sit here and I'm talking to you guys, my mom was literally everything. I'm talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? She was my first love. She's the one that made me understand how to understand women. You know what I'm saying? Like she was there, and yeah, my pops died when I was 8, you know what I'm saying? But my mom took on that role and raised all of us, you know what I'm saying, by herself. You know what I'm saying? Without no public assistance. I didn't know what public assistance was. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what that was. My mom did all of that with no public assistance. Still went to college. Still got a degree. Still got her citizenship. Still watched all her boys go to graduate college. You know what I'm saying? I gave her grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? And yet I still feel like I haven't done enough for her to be like, yeah, I'm very happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of more things that I need to achieve. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, is when you get a chance to talk to your moms and hear her voice and hear you call her son. For example, today when I went to her crib, right? She's on her phone with her best friend. She told her best friend, listen, I gotta call you back. My beautiful, handsome son just walked in the house. And it was just like, yo, my balls love me. And we chopping it up and we talking and we going out back and forth, just catching up. And you know what she said to me? She said, yo, you told me that you was gonna see me more often and you didn't. You know what I said? I said, yo, mom, check this out. I just came back from a funeral yesterday, and I will be here every day. She said, yeah. I said, yeah. So for now on, I have to be there every day, even if it's for 10, 20 minutes. Your mom's isn't deserving of 10, 20, 15, even an hour of your time, no matter what you're doing. She deserves that because you know what? What she did, she carried you for 9 months, bro. She carried you for 9 months. She pushed you out. She could have lost her life doing that. She pushed you out. She took care of you, and she watched you transform from a baby to a man. And if your mom's is that mom's, you owe her all your time. And yes, the circumstances that we are in, living in America, I get it. But in reality, that woman deserves all your time. And it took for me to see my man's, you know what I'm saying, see my man's mom's in a coffin and be like, yo, my mom's is getting up there in age too. I gotta start cherishing these moments. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom's is not, my condolences, man. My condolences. You know what I'm saying? Like even that, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I could just imagine your burden because I seen it in my man's eyes yesterday. Like he lost his best friend. And one thing that he said that really triggered me was when he says, I'm never gonna have anybody to call me son again. And that right there, that touched me. Because the only person that I know remains to call me son is my mom. You know what I'm saying? My pops died when I was 8 years old. You understand? So you take that ideology, you take that understanding, and you look and you see that, damn, you only got your moms left, especially the mother that did everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom's did everything. You know, she literally busted her behind for us. So for you to lose your mom, I could just imagine, and it's still recent. So I know that pain still hurts. You know what I'm saying? And everybody tells me, you know, when I speak to the OGs, and he was like, yo, the one pain that can never leave you is the loss of your mom. No matter what you do, no matter how successful, yeah, you watch your children grow up, yeah, you watch all of that is wonderful, but you're gonna always miss your mom. So I want you guys to really start spending time with your moms, bro. If you out the state, out the country, call her. You know what I'm saying? Give her a phone call. This is another thing that you guys got to stop doing. And I beg you, you got to put an end to this ignorant lifestyle, guys. Please, I beg you, put an end to it. Your mom should not see her child, her creation behind any bars. You know what I'm saying? No mother should see her child in a coffin. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to bury our mothers, but you're not supposed to allow her to see that. You honor your moms by being something better. You love your moms and you show how much you love her by taking the baton of your creation and excelling in life, being something in life, not letting it go to waste, not wasting it on drugs, not wasting it on alcohol, not wasting it on foolishness, not wasting it on shit that really doesn't elevate you and your DNA and your ancestors and your mother's creation, your father's creation, and take it to the next level. And none of it, all of this shit does not matter, bro. The only thing that matters is making your mom proud, making your ancestors proud, making your DNA proud, preserving that, loving that, respecting that, elevating from that. You feel me? These are the things that's important, bro. All this shit don't matter. All of it don't matter. The cars, the clothes, the house, all that don't matter. What matters is being great for your moms, bro. Being great. Letting your mother know, like, Ma, I love you, and this is how I'm gonna show my love. I express my love for the things I accomplish in life, for the troubles I don't bring. My mother just told me today, she was like, yo, listen, I'm about to be 70 years old. I don't got no high blood pressure, no diabetes. I don't got no kidney issues. I don't got no heart issues. And that's basically her saying you guys was able to make sure that I stay healthy because you never brought that stress upon us. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we was in the streets and we was doing our nonsense, we never went over and beyond because in the back of our minds, we always knew, and I'm speaking for my brothers, we always knew we can't let that ma go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see my homies, every day I think of her. Yeah, holidays are not the same. Nothing is the same. I only have one older sister. She is my mommy now. My mother will always say, take care of each other, leaving my sister in charge. I feel you, sis. I feel you. And again, you know, my condolences. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you need therapy sessions and all that, you know, I'm a life coach. I'm certified for this. You know what I'm saying? You can send me a DM, you can reach out, you know what I'm saying, give you a free consultation. And then we could proceed from there. But, you know, when I see my homies, you know what I'm saying, my homies was always in the streets. You know, you always get the group of friends that just don't care about life. And this is no disrespect, you know, just don't care about life. Oh, please hit the like button so this can go into the algorithm, because this is something that we all need to hear. You know what I'm saying? We have the homies, and I used to have the homies that, you know, always in and out of jail, bro. And when you see their moms, bro, their moms is so stressed out because it's a lot. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, being a criminal, being a gangster is very, 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 very expensive, bro. It's very, very expensive, guys. You guys don't understand what I mean by very, very expensive, right? It's not just financial expense, mental fatigue, spiritual fatigue. Can you imagine psyche? Your psyche gets, it gets overstimulated. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine a civilian, hardworking mother, lady has to go to those environment just to spend some time with you, just to spend 30 minutes to an hour with you? That's a lot, bro. It's a lot. You get what I'm saying? And when I see my man's mothers, or, the homies that done passed away, when I see them, bro, when I see the mothers, bro, super old, super stressed out, they're just not the same, bro. I just thank the ancestors for allowing me to never having to allow my mother to go to some stuff like that. And I promise you, I was a knucklehead. I promise you, I was chaotic. I promise you, I didn't have no care. You get what I'm saying? Until I started getting older, until I had my son, then I realized, like, yo, bro, I'm really out here tweaking. I can't do this to my moms. And like I said, seeing my mans get clipped, R.I.P. Lil J, this is my heart right here, you heard? When I went to the funeral and I seen the look on his mother's face, I said to myself, I can never allow my mother to ever feel like that. Ever feel like that, ever look like that, ever having to go on knowing that she put us on this earth and she no longer can hear our voice. And from that moment on, I started making a transition. I stopped the gang banging, right? I was still hustling, but I wasn't as aggressive. I wasn't ready to put hands and feet on people. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to spin the block and all the foolish nonsense that comes with this European lifestyle that they imposed on us. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I was only hustling because jobs wasn't hiring us. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't hiring us. And at a point in time in my life, I didn't feel like I needed to conform to work your job. I felt like, yo, bro, like I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Why do I gotta go over and beyond? But now as I'm older, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's business. You feel me? When you own a business, you understand. Like me, I want to just hire anybody. I want to just grab a bum off the street and say, hey, I want you to join the life coaching team. And I want you to teach brothers and sisters, the proper cues and the do's and the don'ts as a life coach. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But back to what I was saying, it took me losing my man to really see life in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could get clipped out here. You know what I'm saying? We could die out here. We you know what I'm saying? Shit could happen. You feel me? Because prior to that, I literally lived my life thinking like, I could never be touched. I could never be, dudes are stupid if they think they're gonna come over here and try to violate. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, that was literally my motto. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I was down to knuckle up with the best of them. And I'm talking about the best. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but my father taught me combat from the time we was young. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, we wasn't allowed to watch nothing but karate, wrestling, and boxing. Karate, wrestling, boxing. We wasn't allowed to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we watched cartoons, but the cartoon that we was watching was like Double Dragon and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where it was some form of combat because my pop was very, he was very in tune and engaged and shit like that. And he always felt like we supposed to know that. You feel me? So we knew that. But when my man passed, that's when I realized like, oh nah, these niggas is playing with guns now. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas is out here trying to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, this ain't how it's supposed to be. You feel me? And from that moment on, I really started making changes. But after I had my son, right? I'm just giving you guys just my testimony, man. I know it's gonna fall on deaf ears, but it is what it is. I gotta just let this out because, you know, I watched my man bury his mom, you know what I'm saying? And the look on his face, man, he ain't never gonna be the same again. This is my nigga too, you heard? But after I lost my mans, where was I? Damn, I lost my train of thought. After I lost my mans and my mans, made that transition, and then I had my son. There we go. I had my son, and we was hustling. What made me stop selling hard drugs was when I was with my mans. And shout out to my man. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep it 3.5. We was out in the town, and my son was selling work to a pregnant woman. You feel me? And that right there, I was like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? And from that moment on, I left that life alone. And then I already know everybody, anybody that sell crack and all that, you know what I'm saying? That type of drug, that shit comes with a karma, bro. I have yet to find any person that sold crack that got out of it, you know, unharmed, unscratched. All of that joint be happening, man. You know what I'm saying? All of that happened, bro. And from that moment on, I was like, nah, I can't do that. Then, you know what I'm saying? I went back to selling my weed and stuff like that. And then I stopped selling weed because bro, it was just mad shit happening. The trap house got raided. My man's got booked with over, $1,500 worth of work. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of things. It was happening right after each other. It was like back to back, like pop, pop, pop. And then my last savings stash, I spent it on my son's birthday. And from that moment on, I had a conversation with my little bro. My little brother was like, "Yo, man, like, what's up with you, bro? What's going on?" And you get into your little episodes. You feel me? Where you just trying to understand life. But that conversation when I had with my bro really woke me up and it put back the fire that I was losing. You know what I'm saying? Losing the work. You know what I'm saying? My man's being unalive. You understand? There's just so much shit going on. It's like you just didn't want to just deal with nothing no more, right? And then spending your last G pack. But then when I spoke to my little bro gave me some words of encouragement. Like, yo, man, I'm disappointed. Like, yo, bro, we look up to you, man. What you doing? From that moment on, went back to school, got my degree, you know what I'm saying? Like valedictorian, and I'm still a street nigga, you feel me? But I was always intelligent. I was never the so-called street nigga that was just completely ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like my moms and my pops made sure that I was on my P's and Q's, right? Especially my mom. Especially this is why this is for my mom. And she's part of the reason why I left this life alone as well. You feel me? It's like, I don't want my moms to see me in jail. I don't want my moms to put her last flower on my tomb and she gotta see me every birthday, every Christmas. I didn't want that. You feel me? So I say all that to say, I left all that alone, went back to school, got my degree, graduated, and then I started helping. You feel me? I started helping. And my mom seemed to change. My mom was like, yo, I see the change in you. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I got so high. This is facts. I got so high. I left the work. I came home. I left the work. I thought I was going to get up in time to take the work off the table. Man, I got up. While my mom came home early that day, and I know this is the ancestors' intuition. I came home that day early, and I came home early that day. She came home early that day, excuse me, and she found the work on the table. Yo, I got up, like I heard the footsteps. I was like, yo, oh shit. I run upstairs. She told me she got rid of all of that. And you know what she said to me? She said to me, she was like, Junior, she was like, what can I do for you to leave this life alone? Mind you, this is about, I say like $2,000 worth of work. This is like $2,000 worth of work. She was like, what can I do for you to stop? I'm like, yo, mom, like, yo, to be honest, yo, this is my livelihood right now. I was like, yo, you give me 5 bands, I stop. That lady gave me my mom gave me 8, bro. Like, that's how desperate and that's how she really didn't want us in the streets. She was like, yo, I'm giving you $8,000. And I took that money, stacked that money, invested into other things, and I've never looked back into selling drugs ever again, bro. Ever. 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 And I'm saying all of that to say, like, you can't say you love your moms, bro. You can't say you love your mother and you allow your mother to go through those type of environments just to please you. Because at the end of the day, loving your mother is also meaning, putting yourself aside. You know what I'm saying? Not having, how can you say this? Not being selfish, because that's just what it is. You can't love your mother and be selfish, because when you get locked up or you end up dying, you're being selfish because the people that love you is no longer with you. You know what I'm saying? The people that love you is gonna mourn forever, whether it's your mom, whether it's your sister, whether it's your brother, whether it's your children, whether it's your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen when you leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important for us to understand that. You get what I'm saying? It's very important for us to be on that, nah, man, let me leave that life alone. Let me focus on being a son. Let me get money the right way. Let me do it legit. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this, bro. You get locked up, right? You're going to get a job. They're going to make you work, right? You're literally getting paid 50 cents a week. Like, literally. If not less than that, right? A week where you would have been working 8, and you're doing 8 hours in those places, where you could have been in these streets working 8 hours at McDonald's, bringing home 800 to 1,000, some places 1,200, depending on the position, and you could have brought all that money home, where you could have just been alive, been free, been close to your moms, been close to your mans, take care of your loved ones, and then keep it pushing. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But we're not doing that, right? And that's another topic in itself. And maybe I'll do a podcast about that. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, guys, that's disrespecting your mother. You can't say, moms, I love you, and you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's is getting stripped down. She got a cough. Make sure she ain't bringing no contrabands inside the prison cell. Like, who would want their moms to go through that? And for the mans that be like, yo, son, don't let mom come. I don't want mom to see me like this. But why would you put yourself in that situation in the first place? You feel me? Why would you put yourself in that situation in the first place? You should be standing with your moms and loving your moms and making sure your moms never see you like that. The only time your mother should see you in any way, shape, or form is having a baby, getting married, getting a degree, getting a job, buying a house, buying a car, doing all these things as an adult on your own. These are the things that your mother's supposed to be seeing. Your mother ain't supposed to be seeing you in no level of turmoil, some bullshit, and it's off your ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's, I just want to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is trying to eat. Trying to eat what? As fast as that money comes, as fast as that money goes, man. I'm telling you this off experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this off experience. We'll catch a lick one day, 10 bands, and then you get so caught up because you know we financially illiterate. We get 10 bands, we over here, we buying clothes, we buying, you know what I'm saying? We buying ammunition, we just doing the most, man. We buying extra weed, you know what I'm saying? And then just like that, shit could happen. Like the trap being raided. It's on you, bro. This if that's with your mom, this is not a chat for you, my guy. Please, my moderators is not here. We ain't not, you know what I'm saying? If it's not conducive and elevating and giving people the motivation to love their moms, my nigga, just gracefully bow out, bro. Same for you, man. I don't understand how you guys just, you guys just wake up just doing pure stupidity, my nigga. Like, what's up with you, bro? Like, yo, this shit crazy. Yo, this internet life, bro. I kid you not. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get off topic, but it's just too many of you weird niggas, man. The real niggas is dead or in jail, and we're left behind with so many of you weird niggas. And you weird niggas is weird to the core. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's a high investment to remove the real niggas, because the real niggas would have been beating you little boys up and down these streets, man. For real. I just be weird. And it's crazy, son. It's crazy how dudes would just come on somebody's live and just cause controversy. Like, you niggas literally get a kick out of causing controversy, get a kick and joy out of just trying to change the frequency, bro. And it's not even called for that, bro. I'm not even out here disrespecting you, nothing. But at the end of the day, bro, like, my mans, go somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like 6 other billion people that's on right now that you can call and harass and bother. This right here is for my peoples that has their moms, and their moms has been there for them. I just want them to just remember to love them. You know what I'm saying? Take the time out, spend time with them. You know what I'm saying? Because every moment, every second counts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hugged my mom like 3 times today. You know what I'm saying? My mans ain't never gonna be able to hug his moms again, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mans ain't never gonna be able to hug his moms again. That shit is real when you in that predicament. Your mom was a snake, my man's, yo, bro. Like, at the end of the day, man, she gave birth to you, bro. She could have swallowed you, pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? She could have swallowed you. She could have sat on the gurney and opened her thighs and let them put their hands in their insides and remove you, pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, we gotta mature and grow up, bro. Like, there's so much shit that's going on. I'm grateful. I don't care what my mom's did, man. I was born premature too. You heard? And my mom held me down, loved me, cared for me, catered to me, ensured that I am the man that I am today. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I have my flaws? Absolutely. Did I do my wrongs? Absolutely. But do I love my mother unconditionally? That's forever. You heard? That's forever, pimping. And you need to be on that type of time too, dog. Facts. You need to be on that type of time too. No matter what happened to you, bro, your mom gave birth to you, my guy. And that's a fact, bro. She gave birth to you, my guy. And that right there, there's nothing in this world that can replace that, bro. Nothing. Care what you talking about. I don't care if you think she was a snake. She's a snake. You realize she was a snake when you was an adult. But what happened? Where was she when you was a child, bro? Obviously, you made it to an adult. You didn't make it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas be coming on here with all of this fugazi, fufafa stuff, man. Might want to hear all that fufafa, man. Your mother's phenomenal, my nigga. There's people right now that could wish they could touch their moms one more again, bro. If you don't have that type of relationship, my nigga, you fix that and make that relationship. You make it something. You make it something, my guy. You love your mom, then you stand with her 10 toes down no matter the circumstances, my nigga. What is wrong with you, bro? Y'all niggas be coming on these social medias and shaming your mom, bro. That shit crazy to me, bro. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what my mother did to me. I don't care if my mother violated, bro. That's my mom's, bro. That's my mom's, my nigga. My mom's. The woman that held me in her stomach for 9 months, bro. 8 months, 7 months, 6 months. You know what I'm saying? My mom's had a weak cervix, bro. She had to use one of them Haitian remedies to keep me there just long enough so I can have a lung, a kidney, and a brain. And you over here talking about my mom's is a snake. She did this, bro. Come on, son, my nigga, get out of here with all that, bro. And if she's a snake and you able to talk like that, it probably explains why you talking like this now. Oh man, what's wrong with us, bro? Honor your moms, my nigga. Cherish your mother, bro. You know none of that, bro. I'll be honest with you, my nigga. I don't care for none of that. You know what I'm saying? I love my moms, bro. I always tell my mans to love their moms, my nigga. One of my niggas had an issue with his mom. You like, yo, sorry, I ain't talking to that mom. Like, yo, my nigga, that's your mom's, man. What do you mean not talking to her, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like even with my even with my sis, you know what I'm saying? They're not in good terms. But yo, like I tell everybody, everybody's mother is not gonna be like everybody's mother, bro. You guys got an image on what your mother is supposed to be. No, your mother's who she is. And who she is, I'm sure you've been seeing that from the time you was small. Ain't nothing changed. You just older now and you just gotta learn to adapt. Your mother don't have to adapt to you. You adapt to her. She's your mother. My mother is not the average, the average Joe Smo. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother is that type. Like, bro, I could have stories for days, and I'm gonna save it for when that time comes and she passed on. I got stories for days about my moms. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, in between. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. I love my mom, bro. That's what this whole life is about, loving your moms, bro, no matter what the circumstances is, no matter what the issue may be. So that's your moms, my nigga. Love her. Cherish her. Be with her. Hold her. You know what I'm saying? Don't let her, don't let her leave your eyesight. You know what I'm saying? Don't let her be the bad taste in your mouth. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your mom, my nigga. It's your mom, bro. I only got one, bro. And like my man said, he ain't never gonna have nobody to call him son. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never gonna have somebody to call him son. And that right there is the realest shit I've ever heard, bro. And I gotta, and that's why I gotta honor my moms, bro. And you guys gotta do the same. You guys gotta do the same. You gotta cherish your moms, bro. Shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Especially in today's climate, man. You know what I mean? As we getting older, all the food that we eat, and like even when I went to my mom's house, my mom's desk is literally by the Wi-Fi. I unplugged the Wi-Fi, moved it to the other side of the other side of the house, bro. Like, nah, I don't want that next to you. That's all that radiation. Mom, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And she's grateful for that. And these are the things that, you know what I'm saying? These are it's just the little things that you do, you know what I'm saying? And your mother's going to be grateful for that, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, my mother wasn't the best when it pertained to her personality. There's a lot of time me and my mom clash. We clash about, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things. But I always remember, like, this is my mom's, and this is my mom's personality. And her personality is something that I have to adjust to. My mom don't have to adjust to me. I have to adjust to her. She is the queen. She is the one that birthed me. I didn't birth my mom. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that nurtured me, took care of me. And because of that, I will always be grateful for that and complete gratitude. And that's the problem that we having in today's society, son. Today's society, you guys get into odds and disagreement with your mother, your father, your best friend, and this, and y'all come on social media and then y'all just throwing niggas down the bus. And it's like, yo, bro, hold up. Didn't we chill together? Didn't you was my man? Didn't we go to war together? Didn't we do et cetera, et cetera? If the lines is not crossed where a man put his hands on your mom's, put his hands on your child, put his any sexual violation, then there's no reason for you and your mans to be at odds. There's no reason for you and your mans to be at odds. That's crazy to me. That's why I don't respect the things that I see on social media now. I don't respect anybody. For example, and I don't want to get off topic, but I don't respect what I see Jim Jones and Cameron doing. Like, yo, y'all niggas was together, bro. Whatever you guys got going on, you handle that. Y'all niggas meet up somewhere. Either y'all talk it out, walk it out, stomp it out, get it over with, and proceed. Niggas on social media on the outskirts do not need to know what's going on within you guys' lives. Like, we don't need to know that. I don't care if his name was Jumbo or etc. Yeah, it's entertaining. Yeah, I'm gonna interview. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for an interview because it's already out there. But in reality, I don't respect that. I think that's real. I think that's real childish. I think that's corny. I think you don't carry morals, principles, dignity. I don't think anybody that's on that type of time, I don't think that you on that frequency. And that's a major issue. We're losing morals, principles, dignities. Certain things are not to be said. There's stories, I can give you countless stories, bro, that I can give you that I would never, ever in life come on social media, come on YouTube, come on Facebook and disrespect the actual people that society see me cool with. I could never throw my little brother under the bus. I could never throw my big brother under the bus. I could never throw my right hand under the bus. My son B.O., my son Slug, my son Juice, my son Bash, Calico, my son Smile, my son Nice. It's a lot of niggas that, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my niggas. And do we clash? Absolutely. Do we see eye to eye? Absolutely not. Because we are all men and we all got our own viewpoints, our own personality, our own opinions. And because of that, I gotta respect that. And that's the problem that we dealing with society. You niggas is not respecting that. Look at our brother that's called his mom's a snake. Yo, my mother was a snake. Like, word? Like, I didn't need to know that. You're not gonna get no sympathy because you said that. I'm gonna look at you kind of crazy. I'm like, yo, son, your mother's a snake and you thought it was okay to tell a person that you don't know, never sat with, never broke bread with, never made money with, nothing, and you felt comfortable saying that to me? That's weirdo behavior. Would never stay here and disrespect my mother. Never stay here and disrespect my pop. Did my moms do things that piss me off? Absolutely. Have my moms done things that I wanted to put hands and feet? Absolutely. Who mom didn't do that? Who mom took you to the limit where you just, all of us. But you still gotta love your moms. Like, it is what it is. Like, oh, word, mom, that's how you feel? That's what we doing? All right, say no more. Roger that. But keep it pushing. I keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even my little brother. We know our mother's personality. Yeah, your mom tweaking. Yo, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would leave. I would leave before I engage with my mother. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I engaged because, you know what I'm saying, I was in the ignorant state of mind. But as you get older, as you become a father, as you have your own children, you start seeing things different. You start having more respect for your mother. Little things like being there, watching a child be born. Like, I watch my children be born. I have a different respect for women. That's why I don't violate and I don't, engage myself with women to a degree, because I don't want to break their hearts. Because can you imagine if somebody did that to my mom? I would be highly upset. You understand? Treat those the way you want to be treated. That's why I don't violate women, because I don't want nobody violating my moms. You guys be talking crazy about these women. But there's probably a man out here that did that crazy shit to your mom, bro. How do you feel? You wouldn't like that. Come on, man. We gotta do better, bro. Start loving. We gotta start loving. And the love starts from home, bro. Start loving yourself. Because to love yourself is to love your moms, bro. You can't say, yeah, I love myself, but you disrespecting your moms, or you're doing shit to get you in trouble that's going to affect your moms. Why are you selling drugs knowing that there's a possibility you can get locked up and get killed? Why would you do that? Right? What's so beneficial out there? It's just an adrenaline. Once that adrenaline goes away, then what, my nigga? Once that feeling goes away, then what, bro? Then what? You know? When I sold my first Jeep, I was like, oh, well, it's like that, right? But then after you doing that for 2 years, it's like, I want to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like who wants to live their life watching his back? Gotta be on alert. Who wants to live their life like that? Now, I'm not saying to just walk around, you know what I'm saying, like an airhead, but at the same time, my nigga, you want to be free, bro. You know what I'm saying? I walk in every store in every hood. I don't bother nobody. I stand 10 toes down. I'm not no sucker. I'm not no weirdo. But I don't walk around thinking that I'm Mr. Superman, bro. And this is what you niggas are. You thinking selling drugs make you a tough guy. You think because you gripping guns make you a tough guy. You thinking that all of this making you a tough guy. You know what makes you a tough guy? Seeing your mother watching you become a man. That's what makes you a tough guy. Being able to take care of your moms and making sure that she never ends up in a nursing home. That's what being a tough guy is. That's what being real. That's what being a gangster. That's what being a warrior. That's what being a soldier. That's what being certified is. All this extra shit, man, that joint is just entertainment. That's just an illusion to keep you in a state of confusion to lay your ass in prison or in the cemetery. That's just it. Okay? That's just it. Nobody wants to see them. Who wants to go see their moms? Who wants their moms to come visit them at a gravesite? Who wants to see their moms visit them at a jail? Talking behind a window. Giving 30 minutes to an hour to have a conversation. Who wants that, bro? Anybody that wants that, you never loved yourself and you damn sure don't love your moms. Your moms. That's why when I see how the melanated community / society embrace rappers that was unalive, that was locked up for selling drugs. Yo, get well. Yo, free the homie. When I see us in this state of mind, I shake my head in disgust. Why I shake my head in disgust? Because it's like, yo, bro, you think that this is cool? You think it's cool for a little baby, a baby, a father, or whoever to see a relative in those circumstances? I seen something on YouTube. No, I'm lying. I seen something on IG, right? And on this IG, it was this young boy whose father was sentenced to life in jail when this little nigga was literally like 4 to 5 months old. He was sent to life in jail. Do you know that he showed pictures of him visiting his dad in jail? To the point where the nigga is now bringing his children to see their granddad in jail. And when you speak to this man and you ask that man if he had the opportunity to reverse the hands of time, would he do it? You know what the answer always is? The answer is heck yeah, bro. If I had the opportunity to just get one more chance, I would have never been to that place. I would have never went there. I would have never did nothing. So I'm saying all of that to say this. It is trash, bro. The gangster persona is trash. Trying to be a tough guy is trash. Trying to rob and steal and prove these bum ass niggas something, it's trash. All trash, bro. Facts. All trash. What's important is you being there for your mom, bro. You loving your mom, letting your mom see you, loving you, being able to hold you when she want, call you when she want. My mom say, "You're Junior, your mom be here tomorrow." That's what's important. That's what matters, bro. All this extra shit don't mean nothing. Coming on the internet disrespecting your mother, shame on you, bro. Shame on you, bro. Anybody that disrespects their loved one, shame on you. I never understood that. I never understood how women go on social media disrespecting their man, disrespecting their baby father. Like, yo, you had a child with this man. You done had a whole family, bro. Now, because you at odds, you take it upon yourself to disrespect him, call him out his name, talking about he been broke, he been a bum ass nigga, he's this, he's that. You take it upon yourself to do that? That's crazy to me, bro. That is crazy. I never understood that. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. You would never see an Arab family do that. You would never see a Jewish family do that. You would never see a Chinese family do that. The only people that you're going to always see is the deadbeat, low-life Europeans or the regular niggas, the Joe Blows and the no love on mine. These are the people that's going to be doing this bullshit. Real don't do that. If I tell you I love you, listen, if I hug you, I could never slug you. If I love you, I got to always trust you and will never put nothing above you, bro. I could never put the internet above my family. Yes, do you have loved ones that do grimy shit? Yeah, but you keep that between you. You keep that, you take that with you. You stand on that, but like, yeah, you violated. Now I gotta rock with you different. Now, because I'm rocking with you different, doesn't mean that I'm going to spill the beans on the internet. This is why I tell you, all these rapping niggas, all these entertainers, they're nothing but weirdos. They're not real individuals. They're not from the streets. They did not hustle. They did not do absolutely nothing. All they did was have a talent of making music, and they got the opportunity to be around some solid niggas, and they ran with that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, like these niggas ain't never been in nothing, never been in a situation, never been in, like growing up, there was certain rules. And I want you guys to take this to any young buck that you know. And this is what I teach at my life coaching. The street manuals ain't never changed. The reason why you see the conditions that we're seeing in the hood is because we are trying to alternate the playbook, right? We're trying to configure. It's just like the Bible, right? The Bible is the Bible, right? When you try to alter the Bible and put your own spin to it, you get some foolishness at the end. This is the same thing when it comes to the streets. The reason why today's children is being clipped, the reason why today's women are being violated, being, essayed or whatever, is because we are trying to alter the manual. The streets will never change. No matter if the economy is different, technology is different, no matter what it is, the streets, I'm speaking mainly for the streets, will never change. And to know that is to have the street manual. And one of the first rules of the streets is having honor, respect, dignity, morals, principles, confidence. These are street rules. And never violate, bro. Never violate. Everything that's around us could either be spoken out, speak amongst each other, like, yo, bro, I need to holler at you, or you knuckle up. Those two things is how you resolve conflicts in the hood. Bang, bang, bang is only for the enemies, and we know who the enemy is. That's street code 101. That rule ain't never changed. The reason why you see in all of these turf wars, gang wars, and all of that is because they went to the bang, bang, bang. When you go to the bang, 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 and anybody that went to the bang, bang, bang was cowards. If you check these niggas' rap sheets, these be the weak ones. These be the soft ones. These be the ones that, talk a good game but can't walk the good game. You heard? This is facts. This is not me making this shit up. The streets have a code. There's a street manual that nobody wants to follow. Everybody wants to create their own version. And this is what happens. One of the rules, you're supposed to never fight for a female, right? Now, when I say a female, one of the rules and regulations in the streets is what? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You cannot take a hoe that's for the streets and try to convert her into a housewife. Because what's going to end up happening is she's going to do something that's going to trigger your emotions, and you're going to lash out, and you're going to take revenge, and you're not even going to think, and you're going to end up leading to using extreme violence, not knowing that your woman was for the streets. Prostitution been here since the very beginning. You say, how you know about a street manual? You're supposed to get it from the OGs. The OGs supposed to give you the street manuals. It's literally like a forbidding myth. The things that get idiotic, that get passed down from generation to generation. Yeah. Supposed to do that. You're supposed to know the street manual before you even got off the porch. And I'm telling you what they are. You're supposed to have morals, principles, dignity, honor, confidence, respect. You're supposed to stand on that. Before you even say goo goo gaga, you're supposed to have that in you. Before you even say, your mom, can I go to the store? Your mother got to make sure that you had those things in order. Your father had to make sure you had these things in order. You little niggas now, and I'm not saying you, I'm just talking about for the masses. You niggas now are jumping off the porch with no understanding. Some of you niggas don't even know how to fight, bro. I'm seeing niggas put their hands like this. What the heck is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? The L stand for Larry Johnson? Loser? Like, what's wrong with y'all? You say, I'm gone, brother. You got too much going on. You say, what about those that ain't got no OGs? You gotta speak, bro. You gotta seek it. Listen, let me tell you something. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding comes from those that you will least expected. You know how many homeless people, I'm talking about homeless, living off the street, gave me wisdom that shaped my mindset on how I view life? Like I said, the street manual is gonna come from those that's from outside. You're not gonna get it from. Look, let me give some clarity here. Somebody 10 years older than you, 15 years older than you, is not your OG. He's old enough to be your brother. An OG is an individual. An OG is an individual that's in their 60s. Let's just say you are in your teens, in your 20s, and this man is in his 60s. We're talking about a 30 to 40 year gap. Those are your OGs. Those are the ones that you got to gain knowledge and wisdom from. A lot of these OGs are, working class men. Some of them are in jail. Yeah, we all know that. And some of them are just off the radar, right? Because they're not immune or acceptive to today's society with all this technology. Like yesterday I was with my man's. My man's like, yo, bro, I ain't taking no pictures, bro. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, I ain't taking no pictures, bro. I don't want to be on these niggas' algorithm. I don't want to be on the internet. I don't want none of that. And you got to respect that. But there's the OGs that's on that type of time, bro. Hold on. Hello? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm all over the place because look, let me tell you something. My brain is like the moral that I want you guys to understand is the reason why society, the communities is the way that it is because we are stepping away. And I'm just reading about what the person wrote. We are stepping away from the we are stepping away from understanding the rules and regulations of the streets. We're trying to create our own version, right? For example, today's children got the mindset, yo, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Those are the ones that end up getting clipped. Those are the ones that's getting locked up. Those are the ones that end up being unalive. It's because of this mindset. It's a lot of things that I watch and I sit there as a life coach, as a father, as somebody that worked with ACS and listening to the mothers and the fathers and the children speak. And then it's like, yo, all of these things could have been avoided if you little niggas would just listen and observe. Y'all not listening. Y'all wanna do things on your own. And because of you trying to do things on your own, you want to create your own script. Yeah, man, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dealing with this shorty and that shorty, and I'm like, yo, bro, nah. You right. But I say all that to say this. The reason why I'm saying that is because dudes need to understand that when you live this lifestyle of being a tough guy and being whatever, my nigga, when you start doing that, bro, when you take this street lifestyle, bro, you disrespect your mother and your father. You know what I'm saying? Mainly your mother, bro. Right? Because a father has a different, more understanding for the choices that a young man makes when it's pertaining to the streets. A father will have a more understanding because a father, he's a man. He's built to survive in these streets, right? He's a supplier, a survivor, a gatherer, etc. But a mother does not understand, and we, as the youth, as the children coming up, we aren't supposed to be in this lifestyle where we doing whatever, making them having to live another lifestyle. What I mean by that is no mother should see her child be in handcuffs, being escorted out the courtroom, being having to view the body to identify if that's their child or not. No mother's supposed to see that, right? But the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, and it sounds like I'm all over the place, is because that the reason why it's a high influx of that is because the streets ain't never changed, but we are trying to change the streets. So when the person says, what are the manuals? Those are the manuals: having morals, having principles, having dignity, having self-respect, having self-confidence, staying on point, understanding that, you know, not just staying on point, but being aware of your surroundings, knowing personalities, knowing how to move. We don't know how to move. Everybody is on the same frequency. You get what I'm saying? But I say all that to say that we have to honor our mothers, and loving our mothers and showing respect to them is leaving this lifestyle alone, bro. This gangster lifestyle is a dub. It's over for that. We need to focus on what we supposed to be focusing on, and that is carrying on traditions of that DNA that you have, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this for somebody that's been outside. I played both sides of the field. I was very ignorant, and I'm also very positive. Once upon a time, I lacked passion. Now I have nothing but passion, compassion, sympathy, empathy. I have all of that because you have to have that because we're living in a society now where all of that is being removed. You know what I'm saying? All of that's being removed. Niggas is disrespecting their loved ones. Niggas is doing this. It's just so much weird stuff going on where we got to address it. But yes, you're right. This live is about honoring and loving your moms and being there no matter the circumstances, bro. Loving your moms, bro. Like I love my mom's deeply. And the only way she's gonna see my true love. And I stand on it. I don't need no OG, especially you. That's for you, bro. That's for you, bro. I'm not here to navigate and tell people who to believe in. You gonna believe what you wanna believe, bro. But like I said, if your God ain't talking to you directly, if your God ain't nurturing you, if your God, if you can't physically see it, if God can't physically change it, then you're just operating off the ideology that you was told by you know who. That's on you, pimping. I'm not here to knock you. I'm not here to be nobody's OG. I'm telling people you gotta start loving your mother. I'm telling people you gotta if the person don't know what is the manual of the streets, God ain't gonna give you the manual of the streets. You know what I'm saying? The manuals of the streets is knowing this from the OGs. The OGs got to tell you that. And you can stand on what you believe in, dog. The fuck? You can stand on what you believe in, dog. I was there too. I thought God, that this God that they told us was the God for us until I realized that this God that they told us is the God that put us in captivity. And if you don't know the name of your God, then you're just calling on the dog, because that's what God is. Dogma. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to dive too deep into that, but you gotta do your homework, pimping. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow this ideology. Your OG is your mom's. Your OG is your pops. Those that have years over you, those that was there, that seen it, that could give you wisdom and knowledge. And this is what's lacking in our communities. The mindset that you just had. I don't need this and need that. I'ma stand with God. All right, so stand with him. See how far it takes you, bro. See how far it takes you. I've been outside since 1998, 1994, 95. I've been outside. Never seen jail. Never lost a fight. Never been violated. And I still walk around. I still go through the hoods, the community, and etc. Damn, it's one. Oh, look, check this out. I ain't know I was on this time for this long, but overall, I say all this to say, love your moms, guys. Love your pops. Love your family. Mainly your moms, bro. You only get one mother, bro. Do the right thing. Honor her. Love her. Show her who you are by becoming greater than what she could ever imagine. At the end of the day, these are the things that our mothers want from us. They want us to be great, bro. And you're not being great if you're playing in these streets. You're not being great if you're cheating your way through life. Hard work, dedication, commitment, joy, saying 10 toes down, honoring those that, you know what I'm saying? Honoring those that created you. You know what I'm saying? Like my brain is on 1,000. You feel me? Like I said, you know what I'm gonna start doing when I start doing these chats? I'm gonna just cut off the chat because it throws me off in the things I want to say, and it divert me. And the brother said I be all over the place. I'm all over the place because I'm passionate on what I be talking about, bro. And I see what's going on. And the number one thing is we got to start honoring our mothers. You only get one mother. You get one chance. You get one opportunity. Love her, bro. Hold her down. Make sure she stays 10 toes down with you, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, at the end of it all, when your mother leaves, bro, you can never replace that feeling ever again. So, with that being said, guys, I love you. About to go run inside this crib, make a phone call, see what happens. And you guys be good, man. Support the movement. ROD Pod, we outside. I got a brand new podcast coming out. I'm going to upload it tonight, 10 p.m. So you guys can get it in the morning, in the AM. And you guys will be good. You feel me? It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'm out.